I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad. Who are these guys? Hey, welcome back to Trauma. In this show, one woman tries to guess who her biological father is while 7 other men lie to her, and the winner gets $100,000. It's about as awful as it sounds, so let's go.
There's no greater bond than that between a parent and child.
And we're here to take advantage of it.
But what happens when that bond is broken?
I was adopted when I was 6 weeks old.
Tonight, we're going to put her to the test.
Already, I hate the language of this. Put her to the test. Like, if she fails, it's her fault for some reason. Oh.
In the most emotion-packed reunion show ever, we answer the question.
Don't say it.
Who's your daddy?
So how did this happen? Did she reach out to Fox and say, I want to find my dad? Or did he reach out to them? Or was it a coalition of the 8 men that came together and said, this will be funny? What happened here?
I'm Finola Hughes, and welcome to Who's Your Daddy? Tonight, 2 people torn apart by circumstances will be reunited.
Torn apart by circumstances is a really funny thing to say because it's really broad and it could mean anything. Circumstances could be the name of a gorilla, I don't know.
We've recreated this woman's difficult search in a way that allows her to get to know her dad before finally being reunited with him.
No, how dare you say that like you're doing something good? Like they're improving her life by making this show. Like everyone wishes they could have had this opportunity as opposed to just meeting their dad.
Behind this door are 8 men, all claiming to be her father.
Who are these 7 other men who are like trying really hard to rob money from this woman who's meeting her father? Like, how hard would you try in that situation? Would you really be able to take the money and walk away? Ugh.
Let's meet our daughter, TJ.
Our daughter? Does that?
My name is TJ.
I was adopted when I was 6 weeks old. I don't know anything about my dad, except he was 19 years old. He was in the military. He was either the Marines or the Navy. I didn't know whether my dad wanted to meet me or not.
How many times does she need to break down in tears in an interview before they realize that this is not a good thing to be doing?
Even if I can't pick him out right away, just knowing that he's here is so cool.
Okay, but if she could pick him out right away, that would be awesome.
How you doing, all right?
Good.
Yes. This has to be one of the biggest moments of your life, is it?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Am I squeezing your hand too tight?
Yeah. It's broken.
Right off the bat, some of those men were showing emotions and some of them were grinning ear to ear, so I bet we could rule those ones out.
So, gentlemen, would you please introduce yourselves?
Hi, TJ. My name is Carl. I'm from Simi Valley, California. And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad. And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
And I'm your dad.
This is so messed up. They didn't even need to have the I'm your dad part. They could have just introduced themselves.
There was this one guy that seemed to have true emotions. Scott.
Yeah, I think Scott is like the name for like emotionally intelligent people, so that checks out.
Right, so now you're going to get to know all these gentlemen a little better.
All right, so it'd be like one thing if it was a game show or like questions, like the dating show where it was like behind a curtain or whatever. But to actively have these guys pretend to be crying and like emotionally manipulating is so devious that I can't imagine coming up with this idea. Because she's like meeting all these guys and vetting them to see if they're her dad. She's probably going to grow emotionally attached to them. And if she picks the wrong one and it's just a dude who's there to get money, I mean, that's like heartbreaking. And from the perspective of the real father, if she chooses someone else, then you have to live with the idea that she would rather another guy be her dad and that she liked him more. So it's bad for everyone involved. Nobody wins.
If I could actually know my dad out of 8 men, I am so excited.
Okay, I guess I have to consider the fact that she signed up for this and she knows what she's doing and she seems to be like a good sport, but I don't like it. Isn't there somebody you forgot to ask?
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, this is Sam and Peter.
Hi.
So have fun.
Have fun. Get out of here, lady.
What two things would your friends say to describe you?
To a fault, honest, and willing to help.
Okay.
His friends would describe him as honest to a fault, which means if he's not her dad, his friends are wrong.
What would you guys say your biggest passion is?
M&Ms, but I had to stop that because I was getting too fat.
My number one candy when I was a little girl was M&Ms.
His biggest passion is M&Ms, and she liked those when she was a kid. Found them.
I like hiking. I tried jogging and bicycle riding, but I like to go slower because you can absorb a lot more.
All right, I guess she ruled him out. If she's turning away while you're talking, just go home, man.
My friends would probably describe me as gregarious, giving.
Giving? Like giving up for adoption?
Now comes the time for you to eliminate 4 of the men.
Did she say eliminate 4? We're like a quarter of the way through and she's already cutting them in half. This is gonna get interesting.
So while she's thinking, there's this lovely buffet set up in there, and you can all dig in and enjoy yourselves.
To get to know TJ with other men around, there was a jealousy.
Yeah, if you're the real dad meeting all of these guys, how are you not glaring at them the entire time because they're trying to take $100,000 and your daughter's heart?
All right, TJ, sit down here. So, look at this. Isn't this cool?
Yo, look at this. This is sick.
To me, that made me so crazy because it was like trying to get as many clues as possible.
Just look at what they've chosen to eat.
Yeah, is that guy eating a big plate of M&Ms?
There's $100,000 at stake. So if you pick correctly, then the money stays exactly the same. If you pick incorrectly, then it goes from $100,000 down to $75,000.
My heart was breaking because what if I got the wrong dad?
Yeah, and this is just the first opportunity for your heart to break. You got a whole rest of the evening ahead of you, girl.
Carl, when I saw you with the 8 men, I didn't know what to think. But you look like the type of man that I feel my mother would choose. So, Carl, I feel you could be my father.
I mean, it's absolutely Carl, right? I'm going all in on Carl. I'm going Carl in. Fuck, it's stupid.
All right, TJ, you've said that you think Carl, Charlie, Rick, and Scott could most likely be your dad. I have to tell you that your father is in that group of men.
Oh, God. Thank you.
God, that's like the most stressful celebration I've ever seen. There are so many emotions you're putting this girl through. This is not okay.
Wow, what are you guys? Are my dad. After all these years. I heard you tried to look for me. Thank you.
And she's like already going through the wave of like the emotions that come with finding your dad because she's already been correct. So her gut feeling's right.
So it's time to say goodbye to the men that you didn't choose. And they're going to tell us their real names.
TJ, my name's Al. I live in Northridge.
And I almost picked you. We had the same skin and the same smile and the same eyes.
I was working it, you know.
Guys, you were wonderful. Thank you very much.
I hope for those guys' sake they can go back to the buffet.
All right, so go and get some rest or try. Good night.
Okay.
That's it for the night? They're going to stir up that entire stew of emotions and then send her home to sleep? Just keep going.
Congratulations, gentlemen.
Congrats. 3 of you psychos are doing a really good job.
When I first saw the 8 guys, I was drawn to Scott.
Yeah, I get it.
Something that you didn't know about your father.
Okay.
So back in the day, he was a really great disco dancer. So what you're gonna do, you're gonna go to a local club and see if your dad still has his moves.
At least that one's like kind of fun.
Da, 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 da. Step into my dance floor.
Yo, this party sucks. There's like nobody here.
Can everyone count music, like when you dance?
Count music? You mean like how many songs there are? Friggin' 2,000?
I'm gonna give you some music to freestyle 30 seconds.
Yo, Charlie is breaking it down. That is a man who has never danced in his life.
Scott had the best moves there.
Excuse me? Based on what metric? What are you judging? Oh, God, Carl, you screwed me, man. I already went Carl in. I can't get that back. Crap.
I was amazed to find out that my dad actually won a dance contest.
Okay, not a single one of those guys should have ever won a dance contest. I'm in the dark now.
I felt that Scott and Charlie had the best rhythm.
The way they put it in like slow motion black and white, like it was a really touching scene we all had to revisit.
All right. Have a seat. So how would you like to talk to your father?
That was a really confusing way to ask that question. How would you like to talk to your father? In person, I guess.
She said I was going to get to talk to my father over the internet. Look, it says, "Hi, sweetheart."
All right. Well, I'm sure you've got a lot that you want to say, so I'll leave you.
Man, I wish I got $100,000 from going on chat rooms and talking to daddy. I do that all the time.
I just want to comfort my baby. The one that I was able to hold and I lost, and now I have found.
Then why'd you sign up for the show, man? You should have just gone and talked to her.
Have you made your decision?
Yes.
So it's time for you to pick the two men that you think most likely to be your dad.
Okay, I'm locking it in. Carl and Scott, maybe.
Scott, you, sir, are a tough one.
Yeah, that's what they say about Scots, is that they're a tough one. Yeah.
I still think you could be my father.
Yeah, that's what they say about Scots. They say it could be your father.
Charlie, you have an incredible spirit.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, that was a good clip to choose. That was emotionally touching for sure.
So, Charlie, I think that you may be my dad.
Yeah, okay, I was wrong. I don't care I was wrong. The show sucks anyways. I'm not even invested.
All right, TJ, you've told me that you think Charlie and Scott could be your dad. Well, I have to tell you that your dad is, in fact, in this group. You are correct.
Damn it, Carl.
My name is Don Gilmore. I live in Simi Valley, and I wish the two of you may the most that you wish for be the least that you get.
What, man? Get out of here, Carl. What are you talking about? Nobody wants to hear from you anymore. Donald?
I just wanted to tell you that your dad's always been thinking about you and always been trying to find you.
It makes me feel so good to hear how badly that my dad wanted to keep me. On the other hand, it makes me hurt inside because I know that my dad was going through a lot of hurt.
This is so like raw and emotional. Like I'm getting emotional watching this, but it's also a Fox game show that like aired before American Idol. Like you can't do that. This is real people. On the one hand, you've got dating shows where people get way too emotional over stuff that doesn't matter and isn't important. And then on the other hand, you've got a show like this where the emotions are so real and should be processed not in front of a camera. I think we should just not have reality shows.
Before you make your final decision, I know that you have this big question that you've always wanted to ask your father.
Yes.
So you're going to get to ask it.
Good.
Okay?
Uh-huh. Yeah, she's going to be able to ask her father. Yeah, she can ask him whatever she wants. You don't have control over this woman's life. She's allowed to ask whatever she wants. She should be allowed to process this in her own time. Leave her alone.
Even though I know one of these men will be lying to me, my real dad will be telling me the truth.
Okay, so she has this super important question that she's been wanting to ask her real dad forever. And instead of getting able to do that and process it, it's done as a game and one of these guys is going to lie to her. That's so messed up.
Good evening, TJ.
Hi.
This is for later.
If he's lying, if he's not her real dad and he brought a stuffed animal just to further manipulate her at this point in the game, what an awful person you have to be to do that. Just like Why? Just give up at that point. Just let her meet her dad. Let this woman meet her dad.
What happened?
What a profoundly important question that I'm sure has been on her mind her entire life. And one of these dudes is just going to make it up on the spot.
She made the decision and I accepted it. We questioned it, believe me. We.
So she wanted to keep me too, honestly.
She's begging for his honesty, for validation of her entire existence. And it could just be some guy lying to her.
And I'm proud of him for being strong enough to tell me his story and not be afraid.
I was real proud of her.
All right, great. Run it back. Next guy.
Your mother was 17.
Very young.
I was 18. I even named you.
Damn me, Michelle.
At that time, it was probably the best decision.
How can you do that? How can you sit there and lie to her face like that? Is that worth $100 grand selling your soul like that? Was that worth it?
But this is the picture that I have had in my mind for the last 20 years.
Oh.
Love, Dad.
Oh no.
And I want to give this to you.
The whole sketchbook?
Thank you for your time.
No way. Did he just do a military turn as a final trick to get inside her head? Charlie, come on, man.
So Charlie has been quite convincing to me.
So if it's not Charlie, does she have to keep the drawing or can she go ahead and get rid of that?
I do not want to choose wrong because I do not want my dad to think this was not important to me.
Oh my God. If she chooses wrong, she's worried her dad will think he's not important to her. What insane stakes for a show. Has there been a show that could have a worse ending than this?
I know who my father is.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. All right then.
Behind those doors is your father.
All right, you said that last time and 8 guys walked out, so fool me once.
I believe that my father is...
Sorry, I know this is important and I don't want to interrupt too much, but do you think they had the buffet every night or was it just the first night?
Charlie.
Sweetheart, I'm home. You're a beautiful kid.
Hey, you two.
Oh my God, read the room. Get out of here. Nobody wants you here.
We've got one more person to say goodbye to. Scott?
Hi, Scott.
Hey, Scott, remember how you made me cry a bunch? You asshole.
TJ, my real name is John Robbins, and I wish the two of you the best in the future that you have together.
I'm just really glad Scott wasn't his real name.
So, no, here's the thing. Because you did pick your father through each of the 3 eliminations, that means you get $100,000.
That's so kind. Thank you.
That is not kind. TJ, I love your attitude, but that is not a kindness. To give you $100,000 after putting you through an emotional gauntlet, that is not kind.
Your dad stayed in touch with your mom. I want you to meet your birth mom, Bobby Jean.
It would be wild if they brought out 8 women right now and we just restarted the whole thing.
I was just elated. And it was one of the greatest moments of my life.
What do you think he thought about? Because he said greatest, and then he backtracked and said one of the greatest. So what else do you think happened?
Thank you for having me. Thank you.
You say thank you for having me? Oh, TJ, you're too kind for this show.
And we're both happy tonight because we have our daughter back.
Yeah, and this is really sweet and stuff, but also, how are we going to split the money, by the way?
Being able to feel all of this with my father, because he went through the same thing. That was so awesome.
Why is it named Who's Your Daddy? That's such a bad title. I mean, it's pretty impressive. It's pretty good that she got him, right? That she was able to do that successfully. That's pretty impressive. Apparently that was supposed to be the pilot of like a long-running series, and then everyone watched the first episode and they said, no. Can you blame them? They probably could have done a show where they just like introduce them without having it be a competition with 7 other guys trying to manipulate her. I bet that could have been easier to watch. Okay, according to Wikipedia, the show was canceled just because it didn't do very well, not because of how awful it is as a concept. Who's Your Daddy garnered further controversy when one day after the special's premiere, Gawker reported that Meyers had previously appeared in the 1995 softcore pornography film Seduction of Innocence. Yeah, that's where the controversy should come from. Let's blame it on the woman. Cool, for sure, for sure. I don't know, I guess for me personally, I don't think people should have their huge, profound, important life moments turned into a game and put on TV. But the show also had a spin-off called Who's Your Mommy, so maybe TV's right, and maybe I'm crazy. Whatever, man. Good for her, good for Fox, bad for Carl, bad for TV, bad news all around. Take care.
I think you're talking too much.
Why?
Well, you're just irritating me.
You're really selfish.
Rachel, just shut up, please.
Oh,
I
you're
can't
sweet.
stand to hear your voice anymore.